The Taylor Swift engagement. You know, everyone's talking about it, talking about the ring, the design, the engagement, the couple. What they're not breaking down is the actual gemstone, the center stone called the OMC. So what is the OMC, right? The OMC is an antique inspired center stone that was cut during the 18th to 19th century. And why is it popular? Well, the OMC, all it is that without the modern techniques and the modern faceting techniques and the modern equipment, which is called the modern brilliant cut, this is the cut of the yesteryear or yester century, right? It is the cut that was very popular back in the 18th to 19th century. The key features is the higher crown, and the crown of a gemstone is the top part of the gemstone, okay? It has larger facets, and all the facet is when you're looking at a gemstone, the reason why it sparkles so much is because of all the facetings, all of the cut areas, or in other words, the surface areas. Each individual surface areas of a gemstone is called a facet. They usually have larger facets for old mine cuts, and it has a faceted culet. Now, are there OMCs without a faceted culet? Well, first of all, what is a culet? A culet is the pointy bottom of a gemstone. At the bottom of the gemstone, that little pointy part, that is called the culet. Some cutters may cut that part or facet it, and some cutters may not. You know, the modern cut, most of the times, do not facet the culet. However, the old mine cut, the antique cuts do facet the culets. Are there old mine cuts that don't have faceted culets? Yes. But if you are to purchase an OMC and want that signature look, you want that vintage look and appeal, then you should definitely go with the faceted culet. That's usually what it looks like, okay? And some other pieces of information on the old mine cut, again, is from the 18th to 19th century, predating the modern cutting techniques. The shape is usually cushioned or slightly irregular with a high crown, small table, and deep pavilion. The appearance is also known for its chunky and warm sparkle, and its larger, softer flashes compared to the modern brilliants. And in terms of the color and the clarity, really it can range all around, just like the modern brilliant cut. It could go anywhere from the D, E, F, G, H, I, J all the way to Z, where it's very warm, or it could be very white. But at the same time, for the clarity grade, it could be anywhere between an I all the way to a flawless, right? So it can be the same as just a modern brilliant cut. However, the more of the common vintage cut from the 18th to 19th century is usually a little warmer, anywhere between, I would say, probably not GH. It's probably a little too white. It's probably closer to the IJKLM. These are based on the stones that I've seen, and the clarity grade is usually anywhere between SI and VS clarity grade if you're looking for a higher graded OMC cut.